Leo had always been fascinated by the overlooked corners of furniture. While most people admired tabletops or decorative panels, he saw the potential in armrests. They were functional, yes, but often plain, scratched, and underappreciated. One weekend, inspired by a desire to bring subtle artistry into everyday life, Leo decided to transform his old wooden chairs and benches with epoxy-coated armrests. He began by selecting 2 sturdy wooden chairs and a small bench from his workshop. Each piece carried the scars of use, minor scratches, worn edges, and faded stain, but to Leo, these were not flaws. They were opportunities. He sanded the armrests carefully, preserving the natural wood grain while smoothing surfaces for epoxy application. The slight imperfections became part of the charm, giving the epoxy something to interact with, creating layers of texture and depth. Next, he mixed clear epoxy resin with deep metallic pigments, a coppery bronze for warmth, teal for contrast, and a hint of silver for shimmer. Using a small brush, he carefully applied the resin along the armrests, ensuring it flowed naturally into the grooves and edges. The resin hugged the curves, accentuating the natural lines of the wood. Leo experimented with layering, letting each coat cure before adding the next, creating a dimensional, glass-like effect that reflected light differently throughout the day. To add subtle sparkle, he embedded tiny decorative elements, crushed shells, metallic flakes, and minuscule beads into the resin. They caught the light like hidden jewels, creating delicate highlights without overwhelming the natural beauty of the wood. He realized that the key to epoxy armrests was balance, enhancing the wood rather than overpowering it. When the epoxy cured fully, Leo felt a quiet thrill. The armrests now gleamed with a smooth, glossy finish, yet retained a tactile warmth that invited touch. Every time someone sat in the chairs or rested their arms on the bench, the subtle shimmer and depth of the epoxy became apparent. The pieces had been transformed from purely functional seating into interactive works of art, combining practicality with aesthetic delight. Family and friends were captivated. They admired the way sunlight glinted off the metallic pigments, how the embedded inclusions created hidden surprises in each armrest, and how even small details could elevate the overall furniture experience. For Leo, the project wasn't just about decoration, it was about celebrating the unnoticed. The armrests had become tiny stages for creativity, proving that even mundane furniture elements could be extraordinary when approached with care and imagination. This project also taught Leo patience and precision. Applying epoxy to a narrow surface required steady hands and careful timing, but the rewards were immense. The chairs and bench now had personality, elegance, and a subtle luxury that enhanced the room without dominating it. Every armrest told a story of craftsmanship, creativity, and the joy of transforming ordinary furniture into something memorable. Through this project, Leo discovered that epoxy art isn't just for large surfaces. Small, overlooked areas like armrests can carry beauty, depth, and functionality. With a combination of clear resin, pigments, and carefully chosen inclusions, even simple seating can be elevated into artistic furniture that inspires delight every day.